We got a little bit different of an angle today. Welcome to the 8th day of Christmas. So today's giveaway, I didn't know what to think of. Alright, so I was like, what do we do today? I got you, weebs. Don't worry. We have 2 Monogatari deck boxes that one fine duelist will get the chance to walk away with. So, guys, all you gotta do to get in to win these is make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got those bell notifications on for algorithm reasons for YouTube, and we will be picking a winner for this tomorrow. Honestly, not a bad choice for a giveaway. I do hope that one of you out there who's always wanted an anime deck box will get these. So, alright, let's pass it on over to Deck Profile Robbie, shall we? Welcome back to the 8th day of Christmas. Today, we're going to be looking at Akino's Simorgh deck, Lyrilusc combination hybrid deck. Now, this is take a step back from your competitiveness for a second here. Yes, the Mist Valley Thunderbird loop is probably going to be the best variant. I'm not going to lie about that. But there are other cool things that you can do with the engine. Remember, this thing does allow you to special summon good card from deck. Good card, win game. Super straightforward for what you're attempting to do with this deck. Just understand that, one, the lyrical engine is meant to be fun and a nice little spin on the game. And we'll kind of step through this and we'll talk about interactions with this deck and really what you're going to get out of mileage with this. So we have 2 copies of Stormwind. Yes. So basic jamming, no special summon for you, duelist. This card is probably one of the hardest things for duelists to play around in today's current day and age. Just, I mean, 1,000 of Thousands is quite the apex. Alright. Then we have 1 copy of Dark Simorgh. This in the anti-spell lock is quite hilarious. If you're unfamiliar with the anti-spell lock, this fun little guy here says that your opponent cannot set any cards on the field. Well, anti-spell fragrance here says both players must set spell cards before activating them. So Dark Simorgh creates this cool little soft lock that your opponent is like, what do I do? Alright, we also have triple copies of Garuda, the Wind Spirit. So this card cannot be normal summoned to set. This card can only be special summoned by banishing a wind monster in your graveyard. And during your opponent's end phase, you can select one face of monster your opponent controls and change its battle position. So basically, the only thing we care about here is this is acting as a level 4 extender. That's also wind for us to special summon. That way we can capitalize and play more on our wind strategy. Alright, Lyrilusc cards. I've played this deck a little bit, but these cards are always interesting to me. So, if this card is special summoned, you can add a level 1 Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand. So, essentially this can tutor for anything that you want here. You can only use this effect of Cobalt Sparrow once per turn. A Wind Xyz monster that was Xyz summoned using this card as Xyz material gains the following effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Okay. Then we have triple Sapphire Swallow. So if you control a Wing Beast monster, you can special summon this card and 1 level 1 Wing Beast monster from your hand. So if you actually open up this plus another one, go ahead and you get to extend out both of them. And then an Exceed Wind monster that you summon using this card will gain the following effect. So you can target 1 Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard and attach it to it as material. Alright, so that will allow for extending. And then we have the triple copies of the Turquoise Warbler. So if you control no monster, you can special summon this card. If this card is special summoned from your hand, alright, you can only special summon 1 Lyrilusc monster from your hand or a graveyard. Okay, so you only get one of these once per turn. Basic extenders, blah, blah, blah starters. So that's your Lyrilusc engine and a shell. Nothing too crazy going on with it, but essentially the engine's always going to be the same 9 cards. Now, we have 1 Simorgh of Darkness. So while face up on the field, this card is also a wind monster. And then you can only use each of the following effects of Simorgh of Darkness once per turn. So if you tribute summon a dark or wind monster, you can special summon this card from a graveyard if it was there when the monster was summoned, or hand even if not. So we do anything with this, we somehow drop it into the graveyard, it extends on out. When a spell trap card effect is activated, or when it is activated, you contribute one wing beast monster to negate their activation and destroy it. So basically what you see here, we have a really big negator on our hands here, which will handle a lot of the situation that's already been worked up for us. Alright, then we have triple copies of Simorgh, the Bird of Beginning. So when this card is normal summoned, you can activate this effect. During your main phase, this turn, you can normal summon one more time, in addition to your normal summoner set. If this card is in your graveyard, and your opponent controls no cards in your spell trap card zone, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Alright, also you can special summon monster for this turn, except for Wing Beast, blah blah blah. Additional normal summon extender. Alright, then we have triple copies of the Bird of Bringing. When this card is normal summon, you can add a Simorgh card from your deck to your hand. If this card is in graveyard and your opponent controls no cards in your spell trap card zone, we can extend this on back. Alright, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, you can special summon monster for this turn, except for Wing Beast. Okay. Conditions. Gotta love them. I'll see here we have one Simorgh, the Lord of the Storm. Your opponent cannot target this tribute summon card with spell, trap cards, or effects. That's really important. And you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. So when a spell, trap card, or effect is activated, quick effect, contribute one Wing Beast monster and target one card your opponent controls, shuffle into the deck. And when a Wing Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. I like how big, both of the big guys here will recur and set themselves back up for you. Good capitalization, by the way. Alright, so spells and traps. We have one copy of Card Destruction, since most of our deck doesn't care about playing out of the graveyard, essentially. Card Destruction kind of just gives us that chance to drop off some of our worst cards, and then go recruit for some much better ones. We also have one Foolish Barrel, one Instant Fusion, extenders. And then we have one 1-for-1, and then we have triple copies Pot of Extrav. You might be looking at this deck and going, really? Extrav? Seems really bad. Honestly, it's not as bad as it looks, because having those extenders being able to be activated through the deck, I do like this. It's quite good. And we have triple copies of Simorgh Onslaught, so you can discard one Wing Beast monster, add two Simorgh monsters with different attributes, so this will actually search for the Dark and the Wind. You can banish this card from your graveyard, reveal one Wing Beast monster in your hand. If you do, reduce the level of that monster in your hand with that name by 1 for the rest of this turn, even after this card disappears, or even after they are summoned. Then we have one Simorgh Repulsion. So you can discard one Wing Beast, return all cards in your opponent's spell and trap card zone to the hand. Doesn't matter if they're set, which is pretty important. You can banish this card from your graveyard, reveal one Wing Beast monster in your hand. If you do, reduce the level of monsters in your hand with that name by 1 for the rest of this turn. You can only activate one Simorgh Repulsion once per turn, but honestly, getting that cheese bounce on the back row is really good. We have triple Heartbeast Featherstorm. If you control a Wing Beast monster until the end of this turn, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. If you control a Harpy monster, you can activate this card from your hand. This card's on spell and trap card zone is destroyed and get a Heartbeast Feather Duster. We care about this because we use this to blank out our opponent's monster effects. This card is actually absurd. Then we have triple copies of Simorgh Sky Attack. Wing Beast monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects or their monster attacks. Your Wing Beast monsters with the highest attack on the field, you can send to the graveyard this card and two Simorgh monsters you control with different original attributes, whose original levels are level 7 or higher. Return as many cards on the field to the hand as possible. And if you do, take 500 damage for each card return, and then inflict damage to your opponent equal the damage you took. Honestly, this card's just cheese factor. Alright, extra deck here. We have triple Simorgh, triple copies of the Harpy Conductor. Ooh, interactions. Then we have triple copies of Recital Starling. So, if this card is Succeed Summon, you target one face-up monster on the field against 300 attack for each material that this card had. And then you can detach a material to add a level 1 Wing Beast from your deck to your hand. I can tutor for any of these. Well, we have 12 targets. It's pretty good. Alright, and then you just add it to your hand. All battle damage you take from battles involving the Succeed Summon card are also inflicted to your opponent. That's important. Assembled Nightingale. So this card gains 200 attack for each Xyz material attached to it. This card can attack directly while this card has Xyz materials, and it can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of Xyz monsters attached to it. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one material from this card until the end of this turn. Lyrical monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. Also, you take no damage. Cool effects that make your cards unaffected, and then you just start winning the game with this for 500. Then we have triple Independent Nightingale. If this card is flipped, summoned using a Xyz monster on the field, well, fusion summon, as fusion material, whose original level or name includes Lyrilusc, you can increase this card's level by the number of Xyz materials it had. This card gains stack equal to its level, times 500. Unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn, you inflict damage to your opponent, times 500 times this card's level. OTK machine. Side deck here, we have triple Dark Roll and no more, triple Lightning Storm, 2 Repulsion, triple copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance, triple Evenly Matched, and 1 in pre-order, wrapping up this deck profile for everybody. Woo! What a list. Please, leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys get entered into today's contest. And, well, Duelist, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.